What's your emergency?
Welcome back to That Weewoo Show, a podcast where we watch and discuss episodes of the ABC show 911. I'm Ellen.
I'm Alice.
And I'm Bex.
Welcome to Season 6. Okay, so we have to start by saying, I know this season isn't everybody's favourite season. Well, I don't know because I've only watched the first episode so far, but we should probably start by saying that we are probably going to try and get through this season quite quickly. It does still have 18 episodes, but we may double up some episodes, or in an effort to still be kind of upbeat about the whole thing and not to let Bex linger on the soapbox for too long, maybe. Not to get too ranty about things.
But I like the view from my soapbox.
Yeah, I know you do.
You're finally tall for once.
I was about to say it doubles as my Gillian Anderson apple box.
Yeah.
Yes, your Scully box. I think
in my Scully box, yeah.
It would be good if we could keep the energy high by not dwelling too much on how much we hate what's going on in the season, and maybe just hurry through some of the episodes that we don't like that much. So, but anyway, in this episode we are just going to be talking about the first episode of season 6. Do we want to go into what happened last season? Do we usually do that in episode 1? It's been so long since we did.
We do, yeah. I usually just for those people who skipped our wrap-up episode.
Wrap-up.
Okay, well, tell us what happened in season 5 then, please.
All right, last season on 911, Eddie didn't panic but did break up with Anna. Maddie suffered from postpartum depression and fled to Boston, which caused Chimney to follow. Buck kissed his new team member Lucy and then immediately asked his girlfriend Taylor Kelly to move in with him. Athena's son Harry was kidnapped by Jeffrey and distrusted his mother for a while and then left the show along with Michael and David. Eddie went to work at Dispatch with May, which then burnt down. Maddie and Chimney came back home. Hen and Karen did some light detective work, and Bobby was also there. He also missed this season, so yep.
Oh, bless him. He was there.
He was there, like we
covered
discussed.
that
He was just dad and boss.
Yeah, he was there. He
husband.
just missed Buck kissing Lucy and what's his face killing people, and
He was distracted.
by nothing because he had no
I don't think there was anything
storylines
to be
last season.
distracted by. He just wasn't paying that much attention.
No. In this episode, we are going to discuss the season premiere of season 6, which is called Let the Games Begin. And the official promo that was released says, when a blimp suffers mechanical failure and its engine catches fire, Athena and the 118 must rescue victims both inside and outside a packed sports stadium, which makes the opening emergency seem like really exciting and really tense, and it's really, really not.
it's not at all. Yeah.
Bobby and Athena drop May off on her first day of college and discuss honeymoon plans, which I think we discussed at the end of the wrap-up, that is a storyline that got dropped. Never actually happens. The honeymoon plans part does, but the dropping May off of college part doesn't. While Maddie and Chimney go to couples therapy, which also didn't happen in this episode.
Not at all.
Wow.
What the hell happened to this episode?
What happened between when they were planning this episode and when they wrote the promo? That's insane.
Is that why they have such long, cut shots of the LA
so.
skyline?
Probably, because they just cut out
stuff
half.
They had to.
Yeah.
What did Maddie and Chimney do this?
They watched a movie and
That's
had a
right,
one
they
night
kept falling
stand.
They
asleep.
had a cute little, makeup session at the end.
And I wonder if that's why they had that whole Maddie emergency call that made no frickin' sense. I wonder if that was filmed at the last minute to replace an entire storyline that they decided not to go with.
Maybe.
Good God. I thought this episode was bad before, and now I'm like, what the hell happened? Triggers for this episode. There are allegedly a few. One of them is a blimp crash, and I honestly, unless you are like from the Heidelberg era, I don't know that a blimp crash is really something that's going to trigger anybody. There is a car accident, car versus house. Yes, there was. Okay. Cliffhanger ending. Sure. Panicked people running / trampling each other.
Yep, there were some things in this episode, apparently.
I'm surprised that the medical device didn't get flagged as a trigger.
Yeah, true. Look, to be fair, Nikki probably just fell asleep watching the episode and forgot.
Honestly, the medical device was one of the most interesting parts of the opening emergency because I was actually Googling like what it was and the fact that the company was an actual company that makes that device.
Oh, there you go.
And then I completely forgot about the rest of the emergency.
I mean, it is America. I guess they advertise medical equipment all the time. So someone's like, "Oh, I'm sick of my heart. I want this thing that I saw on 911."
Well, I don't know if you can choose to have a mechanical heart, Ken, but it's
probably
just something
not.
you get.
But it is America.
If you need
They're
it.
used for transplant. People who are on a transplant list and won't survive before the next transplant. So they use these mechanical hearts to keep them alive so that they can receive a transplant.
Jesus, this episode aired on the Queen's birthday. I mean, not birthday, funeral. I didn't realise the Queen had been dead this long.
Okay.
It's just a weird trivia thing. It was literally like, oh yeah, this aired at the same day as the Queen's funeral. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did it air? September 19, 2022?
2022, yeah.
Oh, okay. So this one was written by Andrew Myers, who we usually enjoy. Like, he usually writes great episodes like Ocean's 911. You know, he wrote like some exciting episodes in the past.
Here's the thing. I think the character parts of this episode were done really well. Like, the middle of the episode where it's just character focused is really good and is well written, and I think that is because of him, and we can attribute that to him. But I feel like this might be one of the, it's kind of evidence, or it might be adding evidence to the idea that it's a writer's room, multiple people write, and then somebody just gets their name put on the entire episode. So maybe he didn't have anything to do with the opening emergency part, or maybe like that wasn't his idea, but he had to write it regardless of whether he liked it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said after I finished watching it that I didn't hate it. Like, I thought yeah, you're right. The character stuff was great. It was funny, and I don't know. They pulled in a lot of old stuff, like stuff that we'd heard before. They name dropped people like Shannon, and you know.
I think I made a joke in the group chat that somebody had binged the entire series before they came to write for season 6. Like, Andrew sat down and watched the entire series, and so the entire
he kept pulling in references to old stuff.
Yeah. Either that or someone found the show Bible that got packed away somewhere. But I'm more tickled by the idea that a writer sort of sitting down and like binging the 5 seasons of the show and frantically writing notes.
It's like, oh, I've got to mention that in the next one.
Hen's in med school? Yeah. What? Scribble.
Yeah, like they remembered that Hen was in med school.
I did actually plan to go and try and work out the last reference to Hen being in medical school was, but I couldn't be bothered.
I don't feel like it was that long ago, but it's very far between in season 5.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that stuff is like the character stuff aside, the actual emergencies in this episode are pretty awful. Like, just not memorable at all.
No, which is kind of disappointing for a season opener.
Yeah.
Like, I know that traditionally the pattern is that the first episode we get, it's sort of a minor emergencies. It's just sort of to bring the world back, remember who everybody is, set the scene for the rest of the season, and then the big emergencies happen in episodes 2 and 3. So I'm not surprised that the big emergency in episode 1 in this episode is not like the massive kind of all hands on deck kind of emergency, but it ends up being, to borrow your phrase, such a nothing burger of an emergency.
Yeah. I wasn't tense through any of it.
No,
I don't even need to be tense. Like, it just wasn't captivating.
Well, nothing happened is the point. Like, the promo, what did the promo say? The promo made a big deal about the blimp catching fire, and they're having to rescue victims both inside and outside a packed sports stadium. And then what happens? The blimp ends up sitting on top of a lighting tower. It doesn't even touch the stadium.
I always forget about the blimp. Like, whenever we're talking about opening emergencies, I'm always like, oh yeah, tsunami, earthquake, like all that. And then I'm like, there was another one, and everyone's like, the blimp. And I'm like, oh yeah.
That's like episode 2, episode 3. Like, season opener emergencies is the sports car ramming the fire truck. That's the kind of caliber of season opener emergencies, and then you build up to the tsunami, and then you build up to the earthquake.
I don't want to, like, spoil season 8 too much, but, like, season 8, they really hammered in, like, the opening emergency that they hammered in was just sort of, like, something that happened to lead to the actual opening emergency.
Yeah.
Which was fine, because it was fun. And it's memorable, but, yeah, I don't know, the blimp was kind of boring.
But the thing is, I think the blimp could have been interesting if it had done what the promo said it was going to do, if it had actually crashed into the stadium and they did have to rescue people from a collapsed stadium, instead of, oh no, the blimp is just sitting on top and we have to get the pilots out. And then there's, like, no damage whatsoever done to the stadium. It's just this medical emergency that really has nothing to do with the blimp going on concurrently.
Yeah, I mean, we can sort of skip the meat of this anyway and just say that there's a mother and daughter who are at this game, and they introduce us to them, but we were saying earlier they kind of half-heartedly David Wallace them, but they didn't even do that. They just said,
no, they just went, here are your characters. Yes.
They've both got backpacks. That's all we find out about them, really. Except that the mum's worried about everything and the daughter's like, okay, it's going to be fine. And then all of a sudden this blimp arrives. So, and then they're running away from the crash with all of the other people in the stadium. Hence the people, stampeding kind of thing.
But I think that was the other thing that really, when you look at, like, it's all well and good for the promo to say, panicked people, and for us to say there were people stampeding. I understand that getting that many extras and filming, there are safety concerns. It's very difficult to actually film a stampede because of all of the OH&S requirements that would go into it. But when you watch the scene, the concourse is so empty.
Yeah, it does
I
look
don't
like
understand
only,
why people are bumping into people. They're almost
like, was their budget maybe slashed for this?
It's COVID social distancing stampeding. Like, they're all social distancing as they're running. It reduces.
They spend all their money on Panic at the Disco music.
They really did, yes, because the episode opens with Panic at the Disco, High Hopes, because, it's a blimp and it's up high. We also had high hopes for this episode, and they were also, like, crashed into a sports stadium along with the blimp. But yeah, just the tension was lost because there was no tension on screen from the panicked extras being squeezed like sardines as they're trying to make their way for the emergency exits. They've all got plenty of room. They could have walked in a calm and orderly fashion and still been fine.
But they didn't, because the mother and daughter get separated, and then the daughter falls down some stairs. And then, this was the weirdest part, like, this guy tries to help her up and then sees that she's got a backpack that has something with wires in it. And he's like, oh my God, it's a bomb. And I'm like, oh.
Well, yeah, he's supposed to, it's supposed to be like, oh my God, she's got wires. But when you look at them, it's quite clearly medical tubing.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like
I guess it doesn't look
like
panicking, but it's
like wires.
Weird.
I don't know. Anyway, like, so what happens before Athena arrives?
Well, the blimp people, one of the pilots calls 911 to let 911 know that they're about to crash. So like air traffic control knows that they're going to crash, but then they also have to call 911 to let Maddie know that they're going to crash. So that's how they end up getting LAPD and LAFD on site to evacuate the stadium from the blimp that's just balanced precariously on a lighting rig above the stadium.
Yeah, and
so Athena goes in for...
Athena and the 118 are the only emergency services that we see. Like, you'd think that they would send everybody that was available. But
I think we see like about 3 other LAPD officers. But we see them in one scene and then that's it. We don't... They do jack shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
And
it feels like a very light kind of response, you know? Like there's hardly anybody around. Anyway, there's not that many people in the stadium either, apparently, so it's fine. So the 118 pull up and Bobby's like, okay, you guys get the light tower, Eddie, you get up the ladder. Like, he's telling everyone what to do, but there is no one else around. Like, there are no other emergency services there. And I'm like, are they going to just deal with this whole incident? Like,
yes.
They don't need anybody else. It's the 118. What are you talking about?
Well, they also don't need anybody else because it's such a nothing burger of an emergency. One unit can very easily deal with... And, like,
as
even as they
out,
say,
they can deal with it. Yeah.
They can deal with it by themselves. I did find it really interesting when they did this scene that they took precious time from this episode to do all of these establishing shots of reminding us who each of the characters are. Like, to the point where it almost seemed really awkward that the camera would pan down across everyone's turnouts. So, like, oh, yes, this is Han. Remember? This is Han. And over here, this is Nash. Just remember that. Did you remember that? Did you forget? Okay, we're going to remind you. Like, why are we doing this?
How long's it been since the finale of season 5? Like,
I don't know.
That was like May or something, right?
It was such a choice though. Like somebody on set said, we're going to film and I need you to focus on their turnouts. And then they get to the editing room and someone's going, yes, we need those shots.
Just in case you were joining this show at the season 6 mark.
Like it's season 6. I have just decided to...
But the weird thing is that they only do it for Chim and Bobby. Like, it's not across the board. It's just those two. So did they do it for all of them and they go, oh, okay, actually, no, we're running out of time. We're just going to do those two?
Who knows?
Who knows indeed.
Okay, so Athena is getting inside. You've written, girl, what did they do to your hair?
Literally.
She did. Bad.
It's a bad, like, I think it's a bad style just in this scene because later she has it out and it looks fine. Like,
so for anyone who hasn't seen this episode recently, in this particular episode, Angela has sort of just above the shoulder, sort of a bob style, just above the shoulder. It looks really good on her. I'm wondering whether somebody was trying to comply. I had a random thought to look it up and then didn't because I didn't actually care that much. Whether someone in wardrobe was trying to comply with LAPD uniform regs and that maybe there's something about hair of a certain length needs to be, like, have something done with it. But the style that they've chosen, they've given her a severe middle part and then kind of swooped it down over. Did you remember that movie? Which is going to sound really bad. It's like 20, 30 years ago, like The Piano. And they had this really severe, like, middle part, hair pulled back, low hairstyle. It looked awful. That's what they've given Angela in this.
Yeah, it's a bad look.
I understand if they're trying to comply with LAFD uniform regs, but surely there was a better option than the severe middle part. Look, this woman is beautiful. This woman could wear a garbage bag and make it look chic. That nobody can pull off that hairstyle. Not even Miss Angela Bassett.
It's really baffling because I'm sure later I was looking at her going, "What? It looks fine now. Like,
Yes.
what did they do at the beginning here?"
It's just,
Anyway.
it's so slick and so severe, and it's not a good look on anybody. And unfortunately, that's all I could focus on when I first saw her when she came on screen.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
bless her. She's running through the stadium against the flow of panicking people, yelling,
Like all
"Remain
three of them.
calm. There has been an accident."
Yeah, that's the equivalent of someone who's having a panic attack just telling them to breathe. One of the panicking members of the crowd tells her that she's wrong, though, that everyone has to panic because there's a lady with a backpack with all these wires coming out, and he thinks that it's a bomb. And so Athena's like, "Oh, really? Let me go check it out." He doesn't actually tell her where she is, though.
No.
He's just like, somewhere in this stadium there is a woman with a bomb. She's like, "Cool, I'm just going to go wander. I'm not going to call in the bomb squad. I'm just going to go
she
for a walk."
personally is going to go and investigate this.
Yes.
Maybe she just doesn't believe him. Maybe she's like, "This guy's obviously full of shit. I'm just going to go and have a look." But yeah, they get the power out, so they
Yes.
send the ladder up to where I don't know how tall this light, I want to say light pole, but it's like a really tall, so I don't know what they're called. Has it got a different name?
I don't know. It's one of those.
How does the ladder get all the way up there? Do not know.
We've seen the ladder go pretty high. So of everything that happened in this episode, that was not something that I was suspicious of. I was completely accepting that the ladder would go high enough to reach the top of this.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. They get up there.
So it's Chim and Eddie are being sent up the ladder. Bobby is hanging down the bottom, micromanaging the situation, which is literally all he does throughout this scene.
Yeah. For a change, he doesn't want to throw himself into the danger.
He's not the one climbing the ladder. No.
No.
He's just going to just commentate over the emergency for them.
Athena finds Faye, who's the girl with the backpack, and Faye tells her that it's not a bomb, it's her heart.
Because naturally.
And Athena, I think we've spoken about this before, but she sends Maddie a photo directly to her. Did she text it to 911?
Yeah,
we've discussed this before.
That was the question, because I would have bought if she'd pulled out her phone and then she texted it to Maddie directly, because we know she's got Maddie's number, and then Maddie pulls out her phone and she's looking at it on her device. But it goes through the CAD system.
Yeah, she's looking at it on her
comes
monitor.
up on her computer.
And we have this little moment where it goes receiving image as the CAD processes the file as it comes through. How the hell do you text photos to 911? I know
let's
that
not think too hard about this, because I don't think it's possible. But anyway, for the drama, she sends
I know
her
you
a
can
photo.
text 911 now, but I don't think that you can send GIFs through to 911. Oh my god, could you imagine that? You start sending GIFs and memes through to 911 when you're in the middle of an emergency, just to let them know how serious the situation
This is fine. The room's on fire. Oh my god.
So Maddie immediately Googles, I'm assuming, what Athena has sent through. Syncardia is an actual company. That is their actual product. It's not their actual website that comes up when Maddie Googles it, but Syncardia is an actual company, and they do make artificial hearts.
Yeah, they're advertising for when you need an artificial heart later.
It's the weirdest product placement that I've ever seen. Yeah, like I said, I spent far too long Googling artificial hearts and what they're used for and how they're used. they're kind of an equivalent of the LVAD wire. So this is kind of an option that Denny could have had. I don't think.
Damn it,
that
Izzy.
could have. I don't think Izzy could have sabotaged this one quite as easily. But yeah, they're meant as a stopgap measure for people who are on a transplant list.
Very cool. Except this one is damaged, so it's not actually working. And this poor girl is passing out, and she lost consciousness. And then instead of like calling for help and getting the paramedics to her, Athena just sort of discusses with Maddie what she should do next. Like, Maddie says there should be like a backup. Someone else must have it, but Athena can't see anyone around. And she's like, okay, I'm going to find the backup. So she just
leaves her.
She just fucks off.
Why didn't she like call over the radio and go, hey, everyone who's still in the stadium, I need eyes out for a backpack, or hey, can I get paramedics to my location, or at least another LAPD officer to my location?
I really hope that she would call for help at some point. But no, No. Athena doesn't asking for help.
No, she doesn't, even when she leaves the life of someone who is dying, like, up in the air. She really should have had someone there. Because I was so bored with this emergency, I kept Googling. Maddie saying don't do CPR? No. Athena could actually have done CPR. And there is a... if anybody is interested, you can Google it. There's a paper in the American Heart Association that says that they've got like this entire flow chart in the back of the paper. Like, if you find somebody that's got one of these devices, is this happening? Yes, then do this. Is this happening? No, then do this. And you get down to the bottom and there's like, if everything else has failed, please start CPR.
Oh.
Because again, the CPR is going to keep blood circulating around the body long enough for the person to, get fixed at a hospital.
Right.
Like, I get that narratively it's much more interesting to watch Athena run around crazy trying to find the extra backpack rather than, doing CPR. But it's not medically accurate. Oh my god, this show's not medically accurate.
I know, what a shock.
How dare you? Like, she actually asked Maddie, like, I think her heart's shutting down, how long do I have? And Maddie says minutes. So she's like, I can search the whole stadium in a few minutes. No problem.
the stadiums are only small, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, presumably her mum shouldn't be too far away, like, if they'd been running.
That's a big assumption to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't...
Literally could be anywhere.
Should have called for help, but anyway.
Should have, yes, but that's not narratively more interesting. Plus, they only had the 118, and they're all standing around watching Eddie and Chim head up the ladder for the blimp.
Yep.
Oh yeah, they're the only ones there, so...
I mean, Buck and Hen are just standing around doing nothing at this stage, as far as we know. So they could definitely have, because, Hen's in med school, so surely she'd know how to deal with an artificial heart. But no, they're just standing around watching.
I feel like there should be more people who are injured, like with the stampede or whatever, but and later we do see some people who are. But
right?
they don't,
it's like,
no one goes to help them.
It's like they've gone, we're going to have this emergency, but we don't actually want to put any effort into the emergency.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, they get up the ladder to the blimp and they get the guys out of the blimp. That's the end of the emergency. Yeah, basically.
No, I mean, like, they drag it out a little bit because the blimp cabin, I guess, is kind of balanced on the top of the lighting strut, and they decide that it's going to be like a 1-in, 1-out situation. So there's two pilots, there's Chim and Eddie. So they swap Eddie for the female pilot, and then Chim gets her down, which leaves Eddie inside with the male pilot. And as Chim goes down, Buck is sent up to help Eddie.
They're having a little balancing act, trying to make sure that the thing isn't going to fall off the light tower.
Yeah. And it's just, it gets stupider from here. So, like, Eddie is doing a sternum rub on the pilot because somehow, I don't understand how, considering how they landed. And like, if the blimp had actually crashed into something, I could understand the pilot having like a head wound.
Yeah, I
because
don't
it
get
would have,
that either.
But it's just sitting on top of something. It's not actually crashed into anything, so I don't understand that injuries. But the pilot's unconscious, so Eddie's doing a sternum rub. But then he's asking the dude if he can feel the sternum rub, which is not the point of the sternum rub. The sternum rub is, we've done the sternum rub. We know it hurts and it wakes you up. It's not like when you're I'm like squeezing your hand. Can you feel me squeezing your hand? Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
great. You've got feeling in your fingers. Can you feel me squeezing your feet? Great. You've got feeling in your toes. It's not like I'm rubbing your chest. Are you conscious enough to answer that you can feel me rubbing your chest?
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
And he also just sort of goes, oh, yeah, I can feel it. He doesn't go, ow, would you stop that?
Which probably means Eddie's not rubbing hard enough. Meanwhile, Athena has found Faye's mother, who in the massive stampede of like one person fell down and is hit her head hard enough that she can't get back up again. I don't know. Athena finds her lying there and goes, yoink, that's my backpack now. See you later, bitch, and runs.
She just leaves it behind. You stay here, help is coming.
She does call dispatch to get a team to the mother to help her, but she's doing this as she's running away with the backpack. So this poor woman's just been knocked out and now she's being mugged by an LAPD officer.
Yeah, she's been robbed. Yeah, she's like, what are you doing?
So then we go back to the blimp, and this, I don't understand what happens at this part. The blimp is rocking backwards and forwards. As Eddie and the pilot are starting to move towards the door, it's moving more, which worries everybody. So Buck says lower the ladder. I don't understand why he has to lower the ladder, but they lower the ladder.
I think it just moved enough that they couldn't actually get on it. Didn't it like move out of position and then he needed to make the ladder lower so that he could actually get on it?
Maybe. I'd kind of checked out at this stage. I'm just going to go straight back and we'll finish off the blimp shit and then we can come back and do the medical shit. So they get the pilot out of the cabin onto the ladder. Bobby is still doing his running commentary. And he's like, Eddie, this thing is going to go. So the music swells. Eddie sort of grabs the sides of the cabin, yeets himself with this massive swing onto the ladder to the point where he starts sliding down the ladder like it's a slippery dip because he's lost purchase. Sort of grabs hold of himself and the blimp does absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
It was very dramatic, but...
It was very dramatic for no fucking reason. Yeah. And then he and Buck are just able to climb down. And when they finish this emergency, the blimp is still up on the lighting strut.
Yep.
Like, I don't understand. I was expecting some kind of, like, the blimp to topple and fall, or for there to be this massive explosion, or if there could be some reason that Eddie has to yeet himself out at such high velocity. But no.
Yeah, I really wonder if they just ran out of budget. They're just like, oh, let's get a blimp. Oh, that's all our budget.
Yeah, no explosions.
I will say that the set for the blimp really looked like it was just like a tiny cardboard room just sort of sat on top of something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been in a blimp. I don't know what the cabins and the like cockpit of a blimp looks like, but I'm guessing they don't look like that.
No idea.
Anyway, back down on the ground, Athena and her stolen backpack have returned to Faye, where Maddie has Googled the instruction manual. I'm hoping that she's like called the company and got somebody on the phone who can talk her through, or that she's somewhere in the 911 files there is like, because I know Abby told us at some point that there is like files for everything any possible scenario that you go through, there is a step-by-step on how to do it. They must have a step-by-step on how to deal with artificial hearts.
Yeah, fix an artificial heart.
I have a feeling she just Googled the instruction manual, though. And so she's
Like you did.
Well, I mean, it worked. That's pretty much how anyone discovers how to use anything these days, right?
So she talks Athena how to replace the pump in Faye's backpack with the one from Mum's backpack. And, like, there's this stress where, you know, the device is beeping, like the alarm's going off because something's not working, and like Athena is like begging Faye to wake up, and we cut to Maddie, who's also looking really stressed, and then she wakes up and she's fine.
Yeah, she just gasps in a breath. And
she does that wow. Really weird thing where I was like, girl, you weren't suffocating.
Like, it's just, we don't get enough, like, they're trying to make us care about these characters, but they don't do enough to actually make us care about them. Like, we get a 2-second thing, and that's it. And it's like, okay.
It's not even the lack of David Wallacing, because I think if they did the tension right, I could not know this character's name and still be like, oh shit, is everything going to be okay? It's just that there's no stakes.
Yeah, well, we don't really know what's happened. Like, why is her heart stopped? Like, what is she dying? Like, what's happening here? And then all of a sudden she just wakes up with a gasp. It's like, what
and
happened?
There's nothing sort of else happening around her that makes it imperative that this has to happen, and that they can't, you know, pick her up and carry her out to an RA unit that could, you know, help her in the meantime.
Yeah.
Like, imagine if this was happening but she was trapped under rubble. Like, the stairs
they
had
had
actually
to
collapsed
move her
because
out of the way
blimp.
before the blimp fell down or something.
Yes, if there was something else that was the reason why Athena had to do this, like, crazy machinations in order to keep her alive. But it's not. It's like she's there. She could very easily be moved. There's nothing time imperative except for, you know, the fact that her pump is broken. I don't know. It's just, if someone had ideas and they just didn't get fleshed out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're going to do this. It's not going to work. Well, we're going to do it anyway because we don't have any other better ideas.
Yeah. And they get, like, it works and she's fine. And they wheel her to an ambulance, and her mum is also there, about to get in an ambulance. And Athena is all happy because she saved the day.
Yes. The blimp is still sitting up there. So apparently it wasn't that big a deal that it was going to crash and collapse and hurt everybody, or maybe Bobby just doesn't care because his people aren't up there anymore. I don't know. I
don't know how they're planning to get the blimp down from there, but we don't get to find out.
Buck.
That's not our problem. That's not
Which is literally what Hen says.
Yeah,
Hen's
literally
like, it's not my problem. It's, yeah, it had potential. If by the way the promo made it sounded exciting, and it just turned out to not be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fuss and bother, and a lot of trying to tell us that we should be tense and tell us that this is happening, and not actually showing us or making us feel the tension and the panic and the stress.
Yeah.
Which this show can do.
Yeah.
Just not in this episode.
Well, we get to move into the character stuff next, which is good.
Yes. Pretty much everything else is character stuff, with a couple of minor emergencies that are mostly stupid, but one of them is fun for character reasons, so I will allow it, even though it's so stupid. But we're going to start with Eddie's back in the 118, so I guess we don't need Lucy anymore. What are we going to do with her? Let's sideline her for medical reasons.
Yeah,
this
she
was weird.
something.
I was like, did Lucy, did Lucy's actor actually break her bone or something? Like, why did they Just
I'm pretty sure
have
she
her
was
at
on
home.
a different show. Yeah.
She wasn't available to film this episode, so they just sidelined her.
But she was in
least
the
her
episode.
face-
Like, they showed
Yeah, at least
her.
her face was on screen. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they show
Could be
her on a
worse.
thing, so she doesn't actually have to film at the same time as anyone else.
No. She could just do it by Zoom.
Yeah.
No, but they
No.
did, like, there was a shot where they showed her on the couch with, like, a full leg cast.
Oh. Okay.
So she was on some kind of set with, like, at least a C team to do this scene.
Fair enough. They
It's
just didn't want her
It's very...
in the house.
Well, no, because we've got Eddie back now, so we don't need Lucy. But we can't
Yeah.
just, completely forget about her because, Ariel's probably got a contract and they need to slowly phase her out.
Oh, dear.
Yes, the story is that she broke her leg playing football at a family reunion. And so she's out for 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, and apparently it was a, like,
Sorry,
younger
4 to
niece.
6 weeks. Yeah, her 7-year-old niece.
Yeah, broke
pushed
the
her from
firefighter's
behind.
leg. So sure.
Yeah. And Lucy finishes the call. She's on Zoom. Like, Bobby is taking this call in the kitchen on Zoom. Not, like, in his office where it could be kept private. Or on a phone, at least. No, he's on Zoom.
No,
Everyone
she's
else...
talking to everyone. Yeah.
Well, she's talking to Bobby to start with, but then everyone sort of sticks their nose in.
Yeah.
And she ends the call by apologizing to Bobby and saying that she hoped that she or her injury doesn't ruin his honeymoon.
Do you think she FaceTimed to be like, look, I'm not faking it? Because who FaceTimes?
Maybe.
It's one of those things where, like, maybe Ariel had, she has to appear in so many episodes, and they're like, well, it's sort of, she's got something in her clause the same way that Angela's got something in her contract that says that she needs to appear in so many episodes. So this is their way of meeting that contractual requirement. Look, she was in the episode.
Yeah.
But Buck is intrigued, concerned about what Lucy meant by ruining Bobby's honeymoon, the trip, the cruise. And Bobby's like, I was going to have her be interim captain while I'm gone.
Buck is like scandalized by this.
Like,
Oh,
she
he's
hasn't
so-
even
yeah.
been here that long. And Bobby's like, she's been a firefighter for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, she's been in the business longer than you have.
She's been in the business longer than you've, like, been walking, Buck.
But it very much has upset his very delicate sensibilities about an outsider being brought in to be captain. He's like, but there are other people here that are qualified. And later on we understand where he's getting, like, what he's getting at this point. But Chim's like, I don't want to be captain again.
He didn't enjoy it last time.
It's a fun line. Chim's like, I don't need to pressure Cap into asking me to be captain. And Eddie's like, I'd like to pressure Cap into not asking you to be captain. Bobby's like, oh, you want to be captain? Because I seem to remember the last time you did it, there were the words never again. And Han's like, no, that was from us.
Yeah, that
Not
was
from
just
him."
from us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we don't want him to be captain again.
And Chim confirms, like, no, I don't want to be captain again, but it would have been nice to have been asked.
Aw.
We then cut to the Buckley kitchen where Buck is still talking about this whole interim captain thing, and we discover that he's not so much pissed that Bobby asked Lucy rather than Chim. He's pissed that Bobby didn't ask him or Eddie to be captain.
Okay, firstly, let me say this scene is completely adorable. This whole
It's
scene.
so cute, isn't it?
It's so cute. Chris and Eddie are sitting at the table.
This is the highlight of the episode. It's the only good part of the episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Eddie and Chris are playing Boggle while Buck is cooking. And Eddie is doing
that's
double
the one where
duty
they're trying to... You got to find the words, right? Like the little dice come up with the letters and you've got to find the words.
It's got the dice in the frame and you shake it and all the letters settle and then you've got like a certain amount of time to find as many words from the combination in the frame as you can.
Yeah.
So Eddie's both doing that and listening to Buck bitch about not being asked to be captain.
Yeah.
Eddie is completely unfazed. I don't think he is, like, he's saying he just got back to the 118, so it doesn't really bother him. I also don't think he is, like, leadership material.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to. Like,
he's not
he's used to
ambitious
following
in that
orders.
way.
Yeah.
He's a good soldier. He is good at following orders when Buck doesn't corrupt him. I don't think he's ever, like, his personality, he's not the kind of person who's going to push for leadership.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. He does say, like, what are you offering? But right now he's made Bobby's famous lasagna with 6 types of cheese.
Is this where we name all 6 cheeses?
Well, it sounds delicious, whatever it is.
Yes, apparently Buck's perfected it. It only took him 3 times, and that's what he is bringing to the table if he were to be made interim captain.
Is he trying to get Eddie on side, like, by buttering him up? Like,
I think so.
because I think Eddie's already on his side, just saying.
Very much so, but he's not going to turn down 6 cheese lasagna.
God,
No, who would?
He does comment, though, that Buck wouldn't get 3 tries to get it right if he were interim captain. Because, you know, if you 3 tries on a job probably is going to come with significant body count. And Buck counters that he just wants to know what the other candidates, i.e. Lucy, has that he doesn't have. And Christopher, God bless him, pipes up and says, Buck, you don't even have a couch.
Oh, it's so cute. I laugh
And the
so
camera,
hard.
the camera pans to the living area where there is indeed a giant space under the stairs where there used to be a couch. Like, the rest of the living room furniture is still there.
Did take her couch and run. And how long has it
Buck
been
looks-
since the last episode? Like,
I
all this time,
4
how
months.
has he been watching TV?
4 months. It's been 4 months because Eddie says Taylor moved out 4 months ago.
Yeah. So this is 4 months after the end of season 5, and yeah.
He has an ottoman arm. He has like that lazy boy armchair. That's how he's been watching TV. Because then at the end of the episode, he moves the lazy boy, which was sort of off to the side, into the position where the couch was.
Oh,
which
I
is
thought
very
he got a new
significant.
thing. Okay. You
No.
already had that. Okay, fine. He had something to sit on while he was watching TV.
So Buck gets really affronted by Christopher pointing out his lack of a couch and says, like, what does not having a couch have to do with being the captain? And Chris is just like, it's weird. And here is
Chris
where
is all of us right now.
and here is where couch theory becomes canon. Because
Right.
Buck says, my last 2 couches came with girlfriends.
Well, the girlfriends came with the couches.
As Eddie says, but and again, he brings up that it's been 4 months. You could have replaced your couch by now. You could have bought something else. And Buck's like, well, maybe I don't want to pick the wrong couch again.
I.e. the wrong
And-
girlfriend.
Hence
Yeah.
the birth of couch theory.
Yes.
Right.
Couches equal girlfriends.
I see.
And Eddie's like, well, maybe that's how Bobby feels about interim captain. He doesn't want to pick the wrong one. But yeah, this scene is adorable. 6 cheese lasagna sounds disgusting.
No way. It sounds amazing. It sounds like
it'd be on
like
sounds like a one-way trip to all night in the bathroom.
yeah, I was going to say my stomach would probably not enjoy it, but it sounds amazing in theory. It sounds like it would taste amazing. But then you'd regret
In
it
the
later.
short term.
Yeah.
Very much.
All right, so more cute stuff with Chim and Maddie. So Maddie is hang on. No, this is not the cutest part yet, but Maddie is dropping G off because Maddie has an emergency in her apartment, which she does have. she does have an apartment. She's definitely
Apparently
not
she
sleeping
does
in her
have an
car.
apartment. Yeah.
But she's about to not have the apartment for a little while because there's a leak and it's raining in her kitchen.
It is raining in her kitchen.
And so Jim's was gonna look after G, but then he convinces Maddie that she should just stay the night at his place, and they can watch a movie that they've tried to watch several times, but she keeps falling asleep in the middle of it.
Yeah, because Chim makes a joke about a plumber coming out on Saturday night after 9 is going to cost a pretty penny. And Maddie's like, oh my God, it's Saturday after 9. You must have had plans because, single guy out on the prowl. He's like, no, I was just trying to finish the movie that you keep falling asleep in.
So cute.
And Maddie's all affronted, like, you're watching without me? And he's like, dude, you keep falling asleep.
Because at the end of last season, it's like, oh, okay, like they're clearly getting together. And then it's been 4 months and they're still not together?
Yeah, I mean, there were inklings of it
dating?
at the end of the
Taking
season.
it
weren't there?
slow.
It's like they were like, oh, we can't just let them get back together off screen, even though we kind of did it already. So I guess we'll make an episode here. I don't know, it was weird.
Well, I'm glad they didn't leave it any longer. Like, they'd already stretched out too long.
Or, like, I would love to know what the couples therapy storyline was. Like, where did the couples therapy fit in this? Not in this episode. Not in the next episode either. So, like, how did it fit with this whole thing?
Yeah.
Or is this whole thing new, completely brand new?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're in any kind of conflict at the moment. Like, why would they go to couples therapy? Anyway, they got rid of that, so it doesn't matter.
They should have got rid of this next episode too. This next emergency too.
This next emergency is really dumb. There's a guy and his dad who are playing golf, and let's just fast forward to, because it doesn't, like, it has no bearing on anything else that happens. Like, there's no.
The only thing that it has bearing in this is that when the 118 get called to the emergency, Buck tries to take over from Bobby. So there's a moment where Buck sort of rushes past and he's trying to talk to LAPD, and he's being very proactive, like overtly proactive about, establishing safety on the scene. That does kind of come back to play later. The actual emergency itself is pretty stupid and has no bearing, except that somebody swallowed a medical textbook at some point and decided they needed to regurgitate everything that they have ever read. Because I swear there's more medical jargon in this, 30 seconds than there was in the entirety of season 5.
Oh, really? This is like, okay, but what happens is the guy, he's wearing a wedding ring, like a metal wedding ring, and the dad was like, oh, you should wear a rubber one like I do when I'm playing golf. And he's like, okay, whatever. And then his ball, he hits the ball and it gets stuck in this like wood chipper thing that's on the course for some reason, because his gardener people are doing stuff on the golf course. And he reaches in to the wood chipper to
oh my God,
retrieve the ball. And I'm like, I cannot watch this. I know
Nope.
what's going to happen and I don't want to see it.
I've seen far too, this is straight out of Final Destination, and I'm pretty sure this was in an episode of Supernatural as well. You don't reach your hands into mechanical devices.
No, like what?
That
for a
is
fucking
designed
ball, like
to
Jesus
shred
Christ.
things.
But I mean, it
oh my
was
God.
his dad's lucky golf ball. I would love
poke a
that.
stick in there or something. Don't just reach in there with your hands. Like, oh my God.
I would love that, later on, the dad is like, why did you do that? And the son is like, but it's your lucky ball. And the dad's like, do you know how many times I've lost that lucky ball? That's like lucky ball number 55. I have a whole pack of them at home. I just keep replacing them.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But yeah, so he reaches into the wood chipper. His golf club accidentally turns it on. It's okay, though, because he was wearing that wedding ring, and the wedding ring jams into the tines of the chippery thing, so he's able to extract his hand.
So his hand is fine.
But just as we think, okay, well, that was a stupid emergency. What was the point of that? The tension of the motor on the tine thingies is too much for the wedding ring, and so the tines keep spinning and the wedding ring gets shot out the other end and basically shoots the dad in the heart.
Yeah, and somehow whoever called 911 told, like, we don't hear the 911 call, but they told the dispatch that this guy had been shot. So when the 118 arrived, they're all like, this is why, like, Buck is rushing in and going, we heard there was a shooting. You know, have you removed the weapon? And they're like, no.
But they say like, have you recovered the weapon? Like,
it's still embedded in the victim's chest. And they're all like,
which is
what?
not the weapon. Because, like, the weapon, if they're saying he's been shot, then the weapon would be the wood chipper.
Yeah. Maybe they haven't.
So no, the wood chipper is not embedded
yet.
in the guy's chest. The ring is still embedded in the guy's chest. But yeah, then we get Eddie and Hen working on the dad, and this is when we start getting, like, the medical jargon just goes nuts, because Hen's like, we've got a keyhole thoracic entry wound. Eddie's ticking off, like, the heart rate, systolic BP, is 98, indicating the patient was likely struck by a large caliber round. Hen's like, based on...
The fact that, like, in the 911 call, it was just like, oh, he's been shot, and, like, oh, okay, go to a GSW, and then they go, and it's just like, oh, it was a ring. Like, what? Like, wouldn't you call and go, my wedding ring has shot out of a wood chipper? Like, it was stupid.
Yeah, I mean, how do you even describe what's happened here? Like, he basically got shot, but it was not with a bullet, you know, like, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, doesn't have, nothing's punctured his lung, and so he's going to be fine.
Yep. The end.
That's it.
Except
apparently the dad's been playing golf with his son's ex-boyfriend, because he was like the son he never had, the one who can play golf. It's like, oh, thanks for that parting shot before we go, Dad.
Yeah,
that's it. We never see them again.
Yep. I think the only other reason for that call is because the episode is called Let the Games Begin, and it's a game of golf.
Has anyone else had Taylor Swift in their head the whole episode? No? Just me? Okay, cool.
Just you.
You. Cool. Yeah, sorry. No.
Just you. I don't even,
although,
like...
now that you say that, I do now have it in my head. So, thanks.
No, fine. So yes, this is, I think, attempting to be a theme episode in that there's lots of talks of games and
there's some
sports and competitions and games adjacent, which is also why we've got Boggle got thrown in there just randomly because it's a game.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit of a
left
field one. Anyway,
let's move on to a random scene at dispatch.
Oh, there's a new dispatch. It's the new dispatch. So Sue has some new 911 dispatcher people who are just starting.
Yes. She's taking them on a tour, giving them an inspirational speech. And Josh and Maddie are just watching with their cups of tea. If they had popcorn, they would have had popcorn too.
They're sipping the tea. And there's one guy out of the new guys who gets focused on a bit more than the others. And I'm like, oh, there's a new character for this season.
Yes, soft launching the new minor character for this season.
Yeah. But we don't meet him yet.
Not quite yet.
No.
We have to focus on Josh being like the gay bestie, where he's trying to convince Maddie to get back together with Chim.
I mean, to be fair, we're all trying to convince Maddie to get back together with Chim.
Yeah, it's been 4 months. Like, come on. More
like,
than
Josh is like, you clearly still love each other. Just get back together already. It's like, yeah, thank you.
He tells her that she and Chim can't keep playing these guessing games, Maddie.
Oh God! Now that you say it, it's games. Now that you've told us about that, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't know if this kind of theme episode is worse than an episode like Calm as a Bitch, where the theme was like jumping out at you every second.
Yeah. I have no answer for that.
Is it better that the theme is subtle and it's one of those, like, if you tilt your head and squint slightly, you see it? Or if you really think about it and unpack it, you see it? Or is it better if it's like, yes, every single theme is about Karma being a bitch and you can't escape it?
I don't know. We shouldn't have to look this hard at it to be able to see. In my opinion. Like, I don't mind the ones that are slapping you in the face with it, I guess. Anyway, Josh tells her that if you can't figure out what he wants, maybe you should tell him what you want. It's like, go on. Be bold, Maddie.
Yes. So while Maddie contemplates being bold, we're going to May storyline version 2 because they dropped the whole dropping her off at college, and instead we get her sitting at home, well, not at her home at the Athena residence, looking at her potential college roommates, because apparently they do like entire website presentations of your future roommates if you go to UCLA.
Sure.
And apparently they all look so young. I'm like, mate, that's just because you work with like adults.
Yeah, but like the thing that really I could not understand about this scene is that they're showing like the roommates are I assume that they're sort of straight out of high school. So they're all shown to be 18. May is 20. So there's only 2 years difference between them. And Corinne is gorgeous and could very easily, if you told me that she was like 16, 17 at this point, I would believe you.
Yeah, right? Like, they're just, like, I don't think anyone's going to look and be like, oh my God, she's so much older.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Yeah, like, she's talking like they think when I walk in, they think I'm going to be the RA, who is usually like an undergrad, like a graduate student or a postgrad student. So, like, you know, someone in their early 20s, someone sort of like 22, 23, sort of that age group. Like, I know she feels older because for the last 2 years she's been working, but in the grand scheme of things, she's still a baby and she's still going to fit in.
I think she just
girls.
feels older because, like, yeah, she's not fresh out.
Yeah, well, she's been working with a bunch of people who are older, so I guess.
I get that. It's just like that's how she feels, but in reality, she's 20.
Yeah.
She's not that much older than
remember
these
when
girls.
you were 20? Like, you think you're an adult, you think you're top of the world, you think you're so much better than the teenagers, and it's just like, oh, honey, you're still a baby.
That's where that scene goes. It's just May going, oh my God, I feel so old and decrepit, these these babies that I'm going to have to live with. And then Bobby comes in and goes, okay, enough about you. Talk to me about these shirts. And he's literally walking in holding 2 different Hawaiian shirts. And, like, they're both so different. I don't know which one to pick. You need to help me choose.
And yeah, even Athena's just like, why don't you just bring both of them?
It's weird. It's a weird scene.
It's so weird. May tells him that he's a mustache away from Magnum PI. I don't know if I know she feels old. I don't know if she's old enough to be making Magnum PI references. I don't know. I could be wrong. I was not aware that like 20-year-olds in 2022 knew who Magnum PI was.
Maybe Athena was watching it with her at one point. Although I would not want to watch that sort of thing with my mother.
As an aside, I don't even remember what the context was, but it was some kind of it was a compilation video where it's like when somebody thinks I've done something and I haven't, and it was just like 30 seconds of Magnum PI giving like a smirk, like I haven't done it. But goddamn Tom Selleck was a handsome man.
See, like, I'm in the age bracket where I mostly know him from Friends.
Oh, no. See, I know him from Magnum P.I. and
Yeah.
damn it, he was gorgeous back then. Like, he's still. But, yeah.
Yes.
Peter Krauser is handsome, but he's no Tom Selleck. Not even with a mustache. He couldn't pull it off.
No, I don't think you could pull off a mustache. That would be hilarious. But he's committed to only bringing one small bag, one small roller bag. But Athena is definitely bringing more than one bag, apparently.
Which is why he's only bringing one bag, because he's letting Athena bring more bags.
Yeah.
And he's gone into, like, full planning mode. He knows exactly how big their room on the cruise ship is, and therefore how much luggage they can fit into said room. And, like, how many clothes can fit into each bag that will fit into the room. And he has created a spreadsheet with, like, everything that is on offer on the cruise. So they're making all of their decisions beforehand, including what they're going to have for dinner.
He needs holidays more often than this. Like, this is ridiculous.
It is. It's an interesting dynamic where you've got, like, the one partner who goes on vacation, like, takes a holiday and wants to experience all the experiences and wants to be, like, busy doing stuff. And then you've got the other partner who goes on holiday and just wants to relax.
Yeah, I just want to relax, and, like, Mum always is just like, oh, let's do all the things, and I'm just like, yeah, I do all the things at home. I just want to, like, chill out for, like, at least a day or two. But yeah, I was just, like, I've been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and there's the episode where they go on the cruise, like, Amy and Jake go on the cruise, and Doug Judy's there, and Amy has, like, a binder full of, like, this is what we're doing at this time, this is what we're doing at this time, and Jake's just like, yay, organised fun.
Yeah.
I will confess that I tend more towards the Bobby side of things than the Athena side of things.
To be fair, the Bobby side of things, like, it makes sense when, like, Athena talks about it later.
Yeah, he does it to cope with.
Yeah, he does it to cope with the fact that
anxious.
he's basically he's going on a booze cruise as someone that's sober, like.
But the way that he's saying all these things and she's sort of laughing at him, it's like, it feels a bit like she's making fun of the fact that he's got a spreadsheet, which is a bit of a contrast with later when she's explaining to May or whoever why he needs to do it. But she's like, I don't see why I would have to jump off a perfectly good boat for no reason. And Bobby's like, it's called snorkeling and it's fun. So he's going to be trying to convince her to do activities the whole time. And she's like, dude, I just want to sit by the pool.
Yeah.
Just let me chill.
Pretty much, yeah. Yes. She's like, she's going to be wanting to sit by the pool. She's going to go and get, like, a massage and just relax.
Get someone to bring her margaritas every few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sounds great. Damn, now I want a holiday where I can sit by the pool.
I know. I was saving up for a cruise for a while, and then I kept getting puppies, so.
After COVID and now hantavirus, I don't think I could ever go on a cruise.
Yeah,
if you go on a cruise, you're going to get
Cruises are not
sick.
attractive at all. Yeah.
No.
Athena just gets sick of arguing with him and just tells him the shirt on the right.
It's so cute because, like, Bobby has been pushing her to make decisions, like, pick what you're having for dinner, pick what activities, just pick a damn shirt. She's like, fine, the one on the right. He's like, great. She's like, great. And May's just watching them going, oh boy, this is going to be fun.
Okay, time for another stupid emergency.
Look, it's so fucking stupid, but the scene with Buck and the saw makes up for the entire thing.
It is funny, yeah. It is funny in the end.
So the basis for this emergency is we have a car salesman who, for a promotion, is doing a thing where you touch a car, win a car. Basically, you have to have the contestants have a hand touching the car. The last one standing wins the car. All well and good, except this is September. It's still very hot, and they've been going for 2 days.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard this happening actually in real life before.
I'm pretty sure this was based... So there was one... I know there was one that was like, hold your wee for a wee, and people actually got kidney damage.
Oh.
Oof.
Wow.
Which is what happens in this situation. So one of the contestants, a female contestant, had, I think, intentionally dehydrated herself prior to the competition, then was not drinking any water during the competition.
Oh my God, the contestant for Hold Your Wee for a Wee actually died.
Oh, shit.
Jesus
yeah, it was a
Christ.
radio show did it, and the patient died.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's fun.
Yikes. Nobody dies in this one, thankfully.
No.
But the contestants, the female contestant in particular, starts exhibiting severe pain. Like, she's grabbing her back, she's screaming. She's still got one hand on the car. So the car dealer guy has to call 911 and says that the game has gone awry. So they send the 118. Buck, once again, tries to take control. Bobby very quickly nips that in the bud. So Eddie examines the female contestant and says that she's he must have borrowed the magical diagnosing tool from somebody, because he says that she is suffering from acute kidney failure. And she's refusing to go to hospital because as soon as she takes her hand off the car, she loses. And she's got this like sunken cost fallacy. You know, she's been standing here for 45 minutes. She's in excruciating pain, but if she wins the car, then it'll all be worth it. And there's another guy who is not in acute kidney failure. He's fine, but he's refusing to take a hand off the car as well.
Yep.
So Eddie's like, we have to do something. My patient's refusing to leave. The other guy's refusing to leave. Bobby tries to reason with Rod Billings from Rod Billings Cars, and he's like, nope. The rules are the rules. They have to keep one hand on the car at all times in order to win the competition. And Buck and Bobby are sharing a brain cell at this moment because they both come to the same conclusion very quickly. Which is
like we only have to keep one hand on one part of the vehicle?
They have to keep a hand on a part of the vehicle, and Bobby's like, okay, Buck, and Buck's like, I am right there with you, Cap. Saws and jaws. And in the background, Eddie's like, oh my God, here we go.
I thought he was just going to lean on the wing mirror or something and break it off. But no, he's got a full-on saw. He's about to cut the car in half.
So, yeah, Buck goes and gets the circular saw, while Rod Billings of Billings Cars is like, are you going to cut her hand off so that, like, her hand is still on the car so you can take her to hospital? And he's like, no, we're going to cut the piece of the car off so that, like, her hand remains on the car at all time. You didn't say the car had to stay in one piece. Buck walks past with a shit-eating grin, brandishing the saw. Eddie's loving this in the background. He's like, you know, that's my man. Look how much fun he's having right now. And, like, Buck really gets into it. He's, like, revving the saw far more than he needs to, but, like, very, very dramatically putting it toward the car and then pulling it back and then putting it toward the car. Rod Billings is standing firm, though. He's like, no, rules are rules. They have to be, like, this car has to remain intact.
You made up the rules.
You can very easily change the rules.
Dumbass.
Channel 8 News, not Taylor, though, because she refuses to go anywhere near the 118 right now.
I know, I was actually kind of sad that there was no Taylor. I was like, oh, it'd just be so funny if Taylor showed up and just, like... But, like, they ended quite amicably, so...
Yeah.
Like, they probably would have been fine.
She would be an absolute professional. Buck would have been tripping over himself.
Exactly.
But no, unfortunately, it's not Taylor
No,
Kelly.
I actually would have... I would have liked seeing Buck not tripping over himself. Like, it's been 4 months. They ended amicably. I would have just liked them to see them, like, just smile at each other. And because they, like, you know, if she does continue being a reporter, they're going to have to probably see each other. So
especially the number of, like, things that they get involved in.
Yeah, but, like, it would have been really nice if they just saw each other and, like, gave each other a nod and that was it.
Unless Taylor has joined the list of Buck's ex-girlfriends who have fled the state in order to get away from him.
Fled the country, yeah.
But no, Channel 8, but without Taylor, who have been on scene filming the competition just for, like, fun, good news story in the morning, realize that something serious is going down and they swarm towards Bobby and Rod Billings from Billings Cars. And Eddie's like, oh, look, more reporters. This is going to be great on the morning news. And Rod Billings realizes that he's in a really bad situation right now. And funnily enough, when there's a camera in his face, suddenly the rules are not the rules anymore. And he can change the rules.
Oh, how convenient.
Because now he's saying that they can both win a car, because here at Billings Auto Emporium, the only thing bigger than our deals are our hearts. And there's a shot of kidney failure woman and the other guy, like, shaking car keys at each other as they get wheeled off to hospital. Absolutely stupid, but the interaction with Buck and the saw and
it's great.
Adorable.
I don't mind this emergency. It's back to, like, 911 goofiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid, but it's not, like, terrible stupid.
It's fun stupid.
It's funny. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun stupid. That's it. I don't care if it's stupid if I'm having fun.
We've said that hundreds of times.
And that's exactly why I like the season 8 opener so much, because it's so fucking stupid, but I'm having a great time.
Was 8
Is that the B-NATO?
It's B-NATO. It's
okay.
I was trying to avoid spoilers, but it's 100%
No,
B-NATO.
yeah, I know about the B-NATO.
Like, it's so fucking stupid, but I'm having a great time during it, so I don't care.
Okay.
You know who's not having a great time? Hen. Because she didn't do any studying or go to any class last year, and finals are coming, so she's got to do, like, a year's worth of medical learning in a very, very short period of time.
Except that September is the beginning of the school year, so maybe she got to kick up the pants and realise that she finally had to get on and do it, or she wouldn't pass. But anyway, it doesn't matter. She's actually studying, and she's studying so hard that she's gone into the flow state and completely forgotten that she's supposed to be having lunch with Athena.
Yes. Thankfully, Athena is a very good friend and realised that Hen was probably studying and went and got food and brought it to Hen's house in order to force her to, like, emerge from the books and eat something.
Aww. Thanks, Athena.
Oh, she says here that it's end of her second year of medical school. So I don't know how that works. But yes, she has big exams coming up. And she tells Athena that she used to think that I don't know who they are, were exaggerating about how bad the boards would be. Now I'm starting to think they may be undersold it. Maybe if you'd studied it all during the year. Maybe if you'd gone to class. It wouldn't be so bad.
Oh dear.
I'm not gonna let this go. I'm so mad at this.
Yeah, well, Athena's solution is to maybe talk to David about it. Like, what? How is David going to help with?
Because he's a
studying
doctor.
Yeah, but like.
Yeah, he studied one time.
It's not at all helpful. It's just the person who binged the entire series went, hey, maybe we should, like, just remind everybody about Michael and Harry and David, because they were in this show. We need to, like, see what's going on with them, so this would be a perfect time to name drop, and we'll do a quick tangent off to, like, the Grant men.
Yes, David, Michael and Harry they live in Miami now.
Yes, and David commutes to Haiti.
Well, apparently Harry sounds happy there, so that's good.
While Hen is digging into... Would she get tacos? Yes, she got tacos. So she's she's digging into tacos. Athena's phone is blowing up. And Hen's like, who is texting you? It's Bobby. He still needs decisions to be made on the spreadsheet for the cruise activities.
Oh my God.
Which is where we get the discussion of, it can't be easy for a person who is, sober to be going on basically a booze cruise.
Yeah. He's trying to show Athena a good time. Athena is the one who drinks all the time at home while Bobby is there. And whenever they have people over, they're always drinking wine. So I don't know. We've mentioned this before, that it feels weird. But anyway, at least Athena is keeping in mind that they are going on a cruise where a lot of people are going to be drinking. So, all right.
Okay.
Where are we up to?
Chim is watching a movie. Maddie has once again fallen asleep.
Oh, it's so cute. She just wakes up and the credits are rolling and she's like, oh no, I missed everything again.
Yeah, because Chim notices she's fallen asleep and he's just like, did not see that coming. What a big plot twist. And she's like, whoa, what did I miss? Oh, I missed the whole movie again. And it is cute because he tells her that the only reason they're watching that movie is he thought that she would like it. And she's just like, I'm incapable of staying up past 9 p.m. anymore.
Yeah. No, she says that she just doesn't have the patience for them anymore. She's like, two people meet, they're going to end up together, and then you have to watch them bumble their way through stupid misunderstandings for 2 hours. I don't know, it's kind of annoying. And it's like, yes, Maddie, we also find this sort of shit annoying.
She said that to Chim's, so you'd rather your rom-coms have less com. She's like, no, I would just rather see two people overcome real problems and still have their happy ending. That would be more satisfying. But it takes her a good 2 minutes to say that sentence because it's really drawn out. And as she's finishing that line of dialogue over 2 minutes, she and Chim are kind of staring at each other, and we get cuts from all of the times the two of them had moments together.
I like this, yeah. It's the song is good as well.
Yes.
It's really
The song's
cute.
talking about they've got issues.
And one of them is how bad I need you. It's great. I've actually seen a buddy edit to this, which is good.
It's very much like she's trying to communicate that she wants something else, and Chim's sort of very slowly picking up what she's putting down. There is this awkward moment where Chim kind of reaches out and he's sort of touching her shoulder and then running his hand down the front of her, and she grabs his hand and laces their fingers together, which then gets kind of cut into all the other times that they've held hands. But it looked like he was going to try to unbutton her top, and she's like, oh, no, soldier. No, we're not doing that right now.
Did. At first I thought he was going into copper feel. I'm like, dude, slow your roll here.
But then it's so weird because this whole edit, we've been watching them kiss. All the different times that they've kissed on screen. Then they go in for the kiss, and the way they shot it, because they have Jennifer sort of with the back of her head to the camera. I don't think they actually kissed.
No, it didn't look like they did.
It's weird.
Such
Are we
a
still in
fake
COVID?
Screen kiss.
It looked like they kind of mushed their cheeks together or something instead.
I don't know if they even touched. It's very much just her hair and her head covering Kenny's face, so you can't tell that they're not kissing. And I'm like, but why? Y'all have been kissing for years. Why suddenly are you drawing the line here?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, is it still COVID? We had a fake stampede and...
It's very definitely not COVID. It's
a weird one.
Weird. Especially considering the implication is that they have sex, because Maddie wakes up the next morning in the bed fully expecting Chim to be there with her, and he's not. Because he's apparently fled his own apartment. 2 hours earlier than he's meant to have left.
Yeah. Which even Bobby thinks is weird.
He freaked out a little bit.
It does lead to, as we said, it's somebody's binged the series, somebody's funnily remembered Shannon, and the shenanigans that Eddie and Shannon got up to where, he was trying to sneak around Christopher with his own wife, like forcing her to crawl out windows and escape out the back door so nobody knew they were sleeping together.
Yeah.
So
I'd forgotten all about that until he brought it up again. So
but even Eddie agrees with Bobby that what Chim did is not a good idea. It's one of those things, you do as I say, not as I do kind of situations.
Yeah, you're just avoiding having the conversation. So then we get this weird little scene at dispatch where Maddie literally bumps into, she leaves the room and runs right into Noah, who's the new dispatcher guy. Noah comes across as like a bit of a Maddie groupie.
Fangirl?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is this going to be some kind of a rival love interest thing, or is he just being annoyingly, like, attentive? But, so hi, Noah. He's like, any tips for a newbie? And that's it. That's that whole scene. So then...
That's that.
Then we get this scene with the two boys playing hide and seek. So Maddie takes a call where this kid can't find his brother.
Which is... if anyone has any other reasons why this scene was put in here other than the fact that it's a game, I would love to know them. Because I don't understand.
It's to stop Maddie from running away, obviously. Even though she wasn't the one that ran away this time.
I mean, it's kind of a throwback to Maddie actually running away and hiding, and then Chim finding her in the place where... No, I guess they went to Boston because that's where he thought that she would be in the end. But anyway, it doesn't really relate to anything else that's happening, as far as I can tell.
So, which is why I wonder if this was like, shit, we threw out 3/4 of our episode. We need to get some filler in. Because it's literally just Jennifer and these kids. So it would have been really easy to get Jennifer on set, send C-Team out with some kids in a set to do the hide and seek part. I don't know.
They were trying to get it on theme, but like Hudson in the Morning, it was a big stretch.
But something about it inspires her to go back to the apartment, even though she wasn't the one who ran from the apartment, and tell Chim that she's not leaving, even though no one told her to leave.
Yeah.
Okay,
But then she's not talking about the apartment, she's talking about the family. She's wants in on the family. It's weird.
Yeah, it's not...
It gets them back together,
Yeah.
but it's weird.
It's not a very obvious connection, but anyway. Chim says he wants her to stay as well, and hooray. They're done running, that's it.
Relationship fixed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So while Chim is dealing with that, we go it's either while Chim is dealing with that or the next day, we return to the 118 where Buck found a clipboard.
Oh no.
And I love Buck with a clipboard. And clipboard Buck is back, and he is still on his crusade to prove that he would make a good interim captain.
Which only he agrees with, for sure.
Yeah, and
he's
just
doing
not
that by... well, because he's gone through her ambulance.
Yeah.
And he's basically pulled out some kind of report that says, this is what an ambulance is supposed to have, and these are everything it's supposed to be stocked with, and this is all of the sort of procedures and safety shit and all of that kind of stuff. And he's gone through and has been checking off the list and finding that the ambulance is not up to par.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it is. He's just trying to find issues.
Yes, he specifically says that if he is elected interim captain, he is going to do a whole organisational overhaul.
Yeah, and Hen says that this is not a class president election. Like, Bobby is going to choose who the person is.
Yeah.
It's not a democracy.
It's a cheerocracy. Sorry. And then she snatches his clipboard out of his hands. And she storms into Bobby's office and she demands that Bobby announce who the new interim captain is going to be because she cannot take any more of Buck trying to prove himself. And Bobby gets this, like, light bulb goes off above his head. He's like, oh, so that's what he's been doing. Like, sir, seriously.
You didn't realise?
You're only now figuring... Okay, this is why you didn't realise that Lucy and Buck kissed for 2 months until after Chimney told you, because you've gone from the all-seeing, all-knowing buddy shipper number one to head in the sand, doesn't even see what's going on under your own nose.
Yeah, well, I mean, Buck even basically said that, you know, why is Lucy... Like, he didn't... I don't think he's actually said anything to Bobby about this yet, but...
No,
he's
but
been
when
trying on calls and stuff.
There is... Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like, he's been stepping up, he's been trying to, act as interim leader, and what did Bobby think he was doing?
Yeah. It's like, it's just Buck. It's just being Buck.
It's just Buck being Buck. Like, it's a...
Buck bucking.
It's like Buck 3.0 or whatever iteration we're up to has just decided to be, like, overly inserting himself into or pushing himself as I don't know what he thought was going on, but it was quite clear what was going on. He didn't realise that until just now.
Yeah. Way to go, Bobby.
And he tells Hen that he's still trying to make up his mind because, in all honesty, he wanted Hen to be interim captain.
Yeah, and Hen's like, what? Me? Why?
And again, somebody has been going back and watching all the episodes because she goes, you know, why me? You know, when I first started, Captain Gerard wouldn't even, like, let me out on calls.
Yeah, Gerard mentioned.
And now you're telling me that I could actually be, like, captain. And he's like, yeah, you've got all of the makings to be a great captain. The only reason that I haven't asked you is because, you know, it's a lot of work and you've already got family and you're in med school. Like, you might have forgotten you're in med school, but I remembered you were in med school.
Med school
and he
mentioned,
didn't want to he didn't want to overburden her. And Hen basically argues her way into becoming interim captain. She's like, it's not too much of a burden. Like, he tells her that it's
it's a lot of paperwork.
It's a lot of paperwork. She says, like, I'm already doing paperwork. I don't mind doing a little bit more. It adds another hour or two to every shift. She's like, I'm already here and it's a week. Like, how bad can it be in a week? So, yeah, Hen becomes interim captain.
Yeah.
And so, as promised, Bobby goes to deal with Buck, who has pulled everything out of the ladder truck and is sorting it. And so everything's out of the compartments all over the floor when Bobby finds him. He's like, I'm so sorry. I will have it all polished and sorted and back in the truck, like, within an hour and, like, reorganized so that I'm the only one who knows where everything is.
Yeah, even though I'm never in the ambulance and don't know why things are in their place.
What happens if the bell goes off while he's got all this crap all over the floor? They just have to go without it? You just shove everything back in willy-nilly. Like, really fast?
I don't know. I don't know.
And then he says, Bobby tells him that you know, he appreciates that he's been going the extra mile, but he's not going to name him interim captain. Hen is going to do it. And Buck's like, oh, okay. I mean, Hen will do a good job. And then Bobby gives him the "you've got potential" speech. Like, someday.
Like, you say it like that, but it's really sweet. It's because he can see that Buck is clearly disappointed, and he's like, Buck is like, Ken will make a great captain, and Bobby's like, so will you one day. You're a great firefighter, but it's being a good leader is more than just the work. It's about life experience, and you just need a little bit more before you're ready to be captain.
Yeah.
And Buck goes, is this because I don't have a couch?
Bobby's
throws
like,
Bobby for a complete loop.
why don't you have a couch?
Bobby hasn't heard about couch theory.
Bobby hasn't heard couch theory, and Buck's like, I've been having trouble picking a couch out. I'm afraid of making a mistake with couches again. So Bobby throws him, because, you know, Bobby's an alcoholic, and he's sober, and it goes to AA. So he throws out some AA wisdom, and tells Buck that in AA there is this idea that you, like, take stock of your life in the hopes that one day you can be at perfect ease and at peace with yourself. And Buck's like, you don't think I'm at ease? Bobby's like, I think only you can answer that question.
But when you
Very
are
philosophical.
And then he pats Buck on the shoulder with an open hand. Oh God, we're nearly at the end of the episode.
We are. There's
Great.
like a little montage here, but not a voiceover one. It's just
Yes.
Hen in Bobby's office.
Yeah, we're setting up the characters for the rest of the season.
Yeah. So how
Except
Bobby's only
for-
going away for a couple of weeks, right?
1 week. 1 week,
Okay.
theoretically,
Yeah.
at this point. So Hen takes on the mantle of captain. She sits down behind his desk, pulls out the desk drawer and pulls out the passwords that she already knew Bobby had hidden there so that she can log in as him.
Yeah.
Actually, no, she just calls Karen and tells Karen that she's going to be a little bit late. And Karen's like, yeah, no, that's fine. Eddie and Chris are playing Boggle again. I don't know.
Yeah.
but
It's Chris's
it's cute
newest
and-
hyperfixation. Must play Boggle.
Eddie's got
Every day.
a V-neck shirt on. He looks good on it, so I'm quite happy.
Yeah.
Um,
Buck is setting up
Buck
his
moves.
bachelor pad with just his one chair, no couch, but
He's probably just been watching TV in the bedroom the whole time.
Probably.
But yeah, I don't know
he's
why
got
he
a
didn't
TV
move
up
his
there as
one
well.
chair into the empty space.
Yeah,
because
sooner.
because it's symbolic now, because now it's like, okay, the couch is a girlfriend, so now he's moving like a single armchair into that space. So it's like he's not focused on the girlfriends anymore, he's just focused on himself. Symbolism, couch theory.
Yep, that's it.
Back in the Han, which I guess is now the Buckley Han apartment again, because Maddie is moving back in.
Yeah, she's got a lot of stuff.
She's got a lot of stuff.
She does have a lot of stuff, so she's hauling bags backwards and forwards. G sees her with bags, and even though she's bringing the bags into the house, she says, Mama, leave, which breaks everybody's heart in the room.
Yeah.
She's like, no, Mama, stay. Mama, stay now.
Cute.
Very cute. And then we theoretically set up for the next episode. We have Athena is FaceTiming her mother as they're about to leave for their cruise. I think that's the vibe we're getting. They're like packing up. They've got their luggage. Bobby's in his horrendous shirt. They're about to leave, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, hasn't he got like moving suitcases or something around?
Yeah, there's bags there. I think he's taking out the trash so it doesn't like stink up the house while they're away. So while Athena is sort of showing off her giant hat and showing off Bobby's shirt, which Beatrice thinks is like loud and garish, we see Athena's dad say that he needs to go to the hardware store. They don't know why he's going to the hardware store. Beatrice thinks that he's going to socialize. Like he goes and meets all of his men friends down at the hardware store.
Yeah. That's why my dad goes to the men's shed. I think it's just the same thing. It's like instead of going to Bunnings to meet up with his friends, he just goes down there and like they don't do anything. They just chat, which is fine.
See, but I could totally see that happening at Bunnings because they've got cafes or a sausage sizzle going on. So you could totally go down and grab a sausage and stand around. And he doesn't get there very far though because he walks out the front door and then not long after we get engine noises, screeching tires, and a car comes smashing through the front door of the house. And Beatrice is still on FaceTime with Athena, and she drops the phone. So from Athena and Bobby's perspective, all they hear is like the crashing of the car, the horn blaring as like obviously something is laying on the horn, and the ceiling.
Oh my god, it's very dramatic.
Because it's so very dramatic, and the episode ends with Athena just repeating "Mama, Mama, Mama," and that's where it ends.
I nearly went straight on to the next episode after finishing this because I was like, whoa, that's a cliffhanger. But I didn't.
And it's interesting because this season, like the pattern that this show has established is that the season opener is just like an ordinary episode, and then they have a cliffhanger which leads into like the big emergency that spans 2 episodes. Right? It was the earthquake, that was the tsunami, that was the mudslide.
Yeah, because the first episode has to like set up where all the characters are at for this season.
Yeah. But then for this, like season 5 kind of broke the pattern. Season 5 was weird because it didn't really follow that pattern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then for this episode, the big emergency that you would expect to come from season 2 and 3 is a personal emergency for Athena again.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what we established that the emergency was for season 5. Like it might have appeared sort of, it was Jeffrey. And so again, it was a personal emergency for Athena. So now we're back at season 6, and again, the big emergency that opens the season is a personal emergency for Athena.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like it's setting it up to be.
All right. Well, you want to tell me what next week's is going to be about then?
Next week. See, I don't trust the promos anymore either.
Yeah.
Theoretically, the promo that was written for next week's episode says that the 118 race to the rescue when a structure collapse at a happiness convention traps people under rubble. As an aside, wouldn't that have made sense to be like when the blimp hits the stadium and have a like actual stadium collapse and rubble? Anyway, while on FaceTime with her mother, Athena's father suffers a stroke and crashes through the wall of his house. No, Athena was on the FaceTime with her mother, and that happened last episode. Anyway, Hen stretches herself too thin with test prep and her new responsibilities at the 118, while Maddie tries to help a new recruit get his bearings at the call center.
Okay.
Which honestly is one scene.
Oh, they just have to update what everyone's up to, apparently.
Apparently. They're going to just tell the whole thing in the...
Yeah, it's like they've outlined every single scene.
Triggers for next week's episode include cheating, claustrophobia, someone being buried under rubble, explosions from specifically a pipe bomb, falling asleep while driving, Demi and the dragon screaming gore because there is apparently an exposed bone at some point, life-threatening injury to a parent, a medically induced coma, a patient death, and stroke.
Wow. Okay.
And you will be not surprised that considering the cliffhanger for this episode, which leads into next episode, was a car crash, that the next episode is called Crash and Learn. Because there's going to be lots of crashes and people learning things from said crashes.
Okay, awesome.
Educational crashes.
Well, I thought this episode was pretty good, except for like we said at the beginning, the emergencies are pretty, not the best, but the character stuff was great. There was some pretty funny moments.
Character stuff was excellent. I'm still just annoyed about the emergencies being personal again. I understand that as a new showrunner, she's not even a new showrunner anymore, but you want to put, as a showrunner wants to put their own stamp on the show, and this is the stories that she wants to tell.
Yeah, maybe they've done an earthquake, they've done a tsunami, they've done a bunch of things. Maybe they just decided they didn't want to do a giant emergency this time. And then after this, they kind of went to the insane route to be doing B-NATOs, etc. I don't know.
I think I need to go back and work out, because season 6 was supposed to be the last season for the show. Because they got to the end of season 6 and it was announced that Fox was done. They weren't going to do 911 anymore.
Right.
So then season 7, they moved networks. They changed showrunner again.
Yeah.
It went back to being Tim for showrunner. So that's kind of why I feel like it went back to the previously established pattern.
Yeah.
So
did they know
from my own
by the end of this season? Did they know that it was continuing, or
that's kind of my curiosity, is I want to go back and see if I can figure out at what point the show knew that it wasn't going to be renewed.
Yeah, because that changes the whole tone of the end of this season if they knew.
But to also sort of tie into where I was going with this, it's really interesting that you could think, okay, so the showrunner has just changed. This is the evolution of the show, because shows can't stay stagnant. Even if you're a procedural and a monster of the week kind of show, eventually you have to change, you have to adapt. You've been on the air for too long, people are going to get bored, so you have to change. It's just interesting that, knowing what we know, that the show changes networks, it changes shows runner, and it goes back to what it was doing. It makes season 5 and 6 really stand out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
As outliers in sort of the pattern of the show.
It's weird.
It is a little bit weird, and maybe that's why we're so down on it, especially this season.
Yeah, they tried something different. It didn't work. They got cancelled over it.
Yeah. But then it's not just that they got cancelled, it's that they got cancelled and then they went back to doing what they were doing before.
Yeah, because they
got picked up again and they got their original showrunner back.
Yeah.
And so they went back to sort of business as usual for a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be different if we got to the end of season 6 and that was it. There was no more 911. Maybe we would have different thoughts about season 6. Or maybe we would still be incredibly negative and perhaps more negative about it, because we're like, this was the final season?
Yeah.
This was where they ended it?
Well, that's what you were like at the time, so yeah.
Oh my god, that is exactly what I was like at the time. And I anticipate that I will still be like that when we get to that episode.
Yep.
Even knowing that it's not the last episode and it's not the last thing we see.
We also forgot to shout out Kira at the start of this episode.
She gave Oliver, Ryan, and Aisha stickers.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Ryan, Oliver, Aisha, and Kenny all know that our podcast exists now. Hopefully they never listen to it, because we do not actually wish to be perceived, and we're happy doing this for specifically for our.
But if you are listening,
listeners.
hi.
But if you are listening, hi. Sorry that we hate the show so much. No.
We're sorry.
The thing is, don't hate it, and that's the problem, because we love it when it's good. It's just so bad when it's shit.
I know, but I don't think I particularly want Ryan Guzman to be listening to the episodes where I'm like literally drooling on the microphone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like Kenny, please no. Aisha, hit me up, girl. Oliver, let's talk dogs, you know. But yeah, no.
And she's not. It's not a euphemism. She literally wants to talk about your puppy dogs.
I literally want to talk about your dogs. But yeah, like, thanks, Kira, for having us proceed.
Yes, thank you.
So yes.
Thank you for taking our stickers to the con. That's amazing. And we hope you had a wonderful time.
I saw the Redbubble order come through for 10 stickers of each, and I was like, who is crazy enough to buy 10 stickers of each? And then Kira's just like, oh, hey. And we're like, okay, yeah,
that makes sense.
Of course. We do love Kira.
Amazing.
She's exactly our brand of crazy. Yeah, shout out to Kira for meeting the cast. That's awesome.
Yes.
Very jealous.
One day when they come to Australia. Ha 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 ha. But yeah, so yeah, thank you, Kira. We love you. We really appreciate you.
Yeah,
yes.
We do. And we hope you had a fantastic time. And we want to hear all about it.
Yes, we can.
Please tell us.
Yes. Please tell us everything. Share any photos that you're willing to share. And thank you so much for helping to rep the podcast for us.
Yeah.
When we are unable to do so ourselves.
May as well wrap up then.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so let us know what you think of this episode, and I mean, I guess season 6 as a whole so far. Like, we've only had one episode, but hopefully we're not too down on it yet. Let us know, leave us a comment on this episode's post on thatweewoo.com or in Spotify or YouTube or on social media. Thank you for listening this week, and we'll see you next time for episode 2, which is called Crash and Learn, and possibly episode 3. We may try and smush them together. We'll see how we go with this next episode or 2. But yeah, see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
911 is a fictional show, but many of the situations portrayed happen in the real world too. If any of the topics we've discussed in this episode have affected you, please know you're not alone. You can call or text numbers in your country for help. Just Google crisis support in your location to find out the number. If you enjoy our podcast, you can help us out by leaving us a review on Spotify or your preferred listening app, and by sharing our social media posts. Find out more at thatweewooshow.com.